Sometimes I really just don't understand what this is all about. It's like I'm looking into the darkness of the tree roots as the tree roots wind themselves around each other. And each one is gripping the other and holding the other up. I don't understand why I'm here, looking at the pieces of moss that are growing up the sides of this tree. These roots that are just unbound by earth itself, and they're just holding each other up by the hundreds of feet, hundreds of tiny little feet. And the blossoms have fallen down from the gray, the crown of the tree. All these little blossoms floating, flopping and flitting about on dark corners of the tree trunks. There's Lance walking by, singing merrily, side by side, marching in their twos and threes, and humming with the bumbling bees that are buzzing around the orange blossom blooms as they hither and they gather to their dooms. Oh, somewhere out there, someone that's bigger, with a bigger mouth, is gonna have Fuzzy Buzzy for dinner. Or at least he's going to try. And I still don't know why I'm here. Why am I here, witnessing these acts of nature? These trees blowing in the wind, and these cliff sides that are hanging off these crags, and little particles of mosses and leaves and dirt and excrement and bodies, and gather, caught up in the circle of this life. And now when the creek flows by, it washes it all down, and cleaning is I once saw a face in the tree, and I reached out my hand as it spoke to me, and it came from deep beneath the folds. And I stood there many hours before it revealed how old, but the things they had seen across the spans of time in these little bread slices, we'll call a rhyme. And he opened himself up, and I peered into the core of what it was like when that sapling was a sapling during the war. And all of the blood that splattered across his trunk, so bad, and all those feelings that he gathered from the dead bodies laying there. He wept in his soul as his trunk fed upon the blood that had been spilt there. And this tree grew strong and grew a mind of his own from the bodies and the sentience and the people who loved, and they gave and they invoked and wasted and passed at his doorstep. His roots lay bare from the earth because they stand up on their own. They stand up tall. Tall as a mighty sentient human might, but hard and craggy as a tree might be. For centuries, bearing fruits and rotting and learning and discovering what it is that this new point of view inside this old tree's mind could see. And when he opened it up to me, I was able to read the words written in the bark that lay deep in there. And I was able to fathom the synchronicities of the time cycles that within that tree were understandable, were easy knowledge, something we may never, ever be wide-minded enough to perceive in such a way. And I, with my poor minds, only gained a fraction of knowledge of the day. Only a fraction. That old tree, since yet does he might be, held record of time so far flung from my mind. I could never put my place in that shoe, no matter how many times I forced my foot into it. And those stockings that would be pulled up to the knee were laying shorn to the ankle, in jazz shoes, dancing upon the carpets of little strip malls and platitudes and brand names. But nothing a tree would